I know we spoke about dating outside of your race, and I think that a lot of people might tune in today if they are on the same thing or have any topics or opinions. But you got the flow. Let's hear it. How do you feel about it? Dating outside of your race while you being a black woman?
Okay, well, what's up, y'all? I'm Feisty. So one thing I can say about dating outside my race, what is, it has been an experience. So I can give you a good experience when it now, and I can give you a bad experience on when it first started. But overall, I can say that this has been the best relationship that I have been in. This man is very generous, calm, respectful. Just how I think a man should be treating me is how he treat me. I don't have to ask for anything twice. So I'm gonna give y'all a good experience about our relationship. So
Hold on, wait, not to cut you off, Dashanique, but I just want to kind of get I just want to kind of get it. So, what is the race of the guy that you are dating?
he's actually Chaldean.
Okay, so he's Chaldean. How long have y'all been dating? Because I hear you said it's been experience and it started off kind of, did you say like mean rocky?
Yeah, it kind of started off like different. It didn't seem normal, like a normal relationship at first. So of course we started off dating. So us going out on dates. So okay, we've been talking for about a year.
Okay.
I've known him, seen him before that, just never approached him. But I decided to approach him a year ago. A very classic line. I walked in the
So
store.
you approached him?
Yes, of course. I met him. I walked in the store and I was just like, so you gonna keep letting me come in the store and not give me your number? And he like, no, that's you. So that's how we exchanged numbers, and we've been talking ever since, and we've been good. But when we first started talking and we first started going on dates, it was like being in person with each other. It seemed weird to me. People were staring at us, and sometimes he act a little weird too. And I'm just normal because it didn't make a difference to me ever if I talked to somebody in my race or I talked to somebody outside of my race.
Okay, so it was just a stare that
Yes.
made y'all feel like things were different.
Yes, so I think that he used to be acting different, and of course, he's in a religion or race where he not supposed to date outside his race. He's supposed to stay in race. But how he feels,
family traditions.
a family tradition. But how he feel, like he said, people that was born nowadays, like in the 80s, in the 90s, and 2000, he said them people, they don't normally go off of their family religion. They following the everyday culture. So that made me feel more comfortable on what he was talking about. He don't have any kids, so that's a good thing.
Okay, so basically things was rocky because you're both was from a different culture and people was looking in at the two guys, but you had to get comfortable with each other.
Yes.
To not pay attention to those things. So exactly. I kind of agree with that because most people, they always worried about what somebody think about them. So I do want to give you a pause in your roses for that, for stand up beside of what you thought was right and what you felt you liked in him. Back to what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? You had mentioned something else.
About the experience, the bad experience.
Yes, the bad experience. I don't feel like that was a bad experience by people looking in at you guys. They were just looking at y'all a different race. So
and that's
you just feel like it was
a
bad experience, like, hey.
Because I never had the experience before, and I never knew, like, is this how people really feel? And when they date outside their race, like, do people stare at them all the time? It was something new to me, so I was just like, I can tell you another time when we walked in the store and I felt like we went down separate aisles, and I didn't know if it was him intentionally doing it or what, but I just knew, like, it was felt weird to me walking the same aisle that I'm in. So of course I talked to him about it and I approached him about it. And he like, it never was that I just went down this aisle because I was getting something else. I never knew it was a big deal on us walking down the aisle together. And I'm just like, okay, I just wanted to make sure.
But you just had intentions on you yourself, like, you know, you were a black woman, so you make sure. Yes. That you make it known that you were the black woman.
You make sure that you make it known.
And yes, I understand that because dealing with different races, things can get like that. So I won't consider that bad, but you might consider that bad. I won't consider that as bad, but it is something changing. It's life changing because you're outside of your culture.
Right.
So, what advice do you have for other ladies or other guys that kind of have that run in where they feel like things are awkward because they both aren't the same and people are paying attention to them?
The main thing that I can say to you is you will overcome that fear of people staring at you. You're not gonna care about what anybody say about your mate. If that person makes you happy, trust me, that person makes you happy, and he make me happy. So
That's all that matter, and I'm happy that you're happy. And is there anything else you want to touch bases on? It was just basically about outside of your culture because that's a big deal though.
yeah, that was one of the main things I wanted to talk about today.
Okay.